Hey guys, Dereck here, and I am currently on the road. I'm about 2 hours west of my new home in Marietta, California. Right now, though, I'm in Thousand Oaks, and so I kind of have to do this shot where I'm pinched for time and for space. As you can see, I'm actually in my car, and I actually pulled over the side of the road, being a good California driver, and doing this off the road, obviously. And thank you, Richard, for also mentioning not to do this in your car while you're driving, at least. But today I wanted to go ahead and post a short video about a personal development thing that happened to me, and also give you a resource. And this personal development that I've learned was that people really don't value stuff when they're given for free. And I've got two different angles to take from that. And number one is I want to share a short story about how I learned this personal development tool. And then I wanted to give you a resource where you can start to learn a lot of this stuff, and even learn about a guy who kind of caters to the entrepreneur category as far as home-based business is concerned. He's also a motivational speaker. Actually, I'm just going to give that to you right off the bat before I forget. T. Harv Eker is his name. And Speed Wealth is a wonderful book you can read. And there's quite a few other books that you can pick up from him as well. But this personal development that I actually picked up from him was it has two different angles. Like I mentioned, number one is to actually charge a little bit of cash, not for your benefit, obviously it will, but the actual other benefit is for the people who actually purchase whatever it is that you're looking to sell. And the reason why is because people tend to value things that are for free, or not value things that are for free. And so if you actually charge a little bit of money, even if it's something small like, $20, the price of, to go see a movie in a theater, it'll actually start to increase the value for the person who's purchasing it, number one. Number two, it'll probably get them more motivated to attend or read or watch or whatever it is you're selling. And number three, they'll start to cherish that and actually start to use it a little bit more. But the real way that message was conveyed to me was when I went to a mastermind intensive put on by T. Harv Eker in LA about 4 years ago. I went with a couple friends, and it was a 3-day intensive of about 8 hours each day. And in those days, one of the speakers that he had stand up on stage kind of expressed this whole notion of giving stuff away to people by sharing a story, actually asking a question to the entire audience. And the question was, if you see a bum on the street, do you give the bum money? And it was a fairly interesting question, because it actually sparked quite a few feelings from half of the group. Half of the group kind of felt one way, and the other group had felt the other way. And we're talking about a room of several hundred people. And he basically asked, if you would give the bum money, raise your hand. And like I said, half the room did, and then the other half of the room didn't, obviously saying that they wouldn't. And so he made his point very clear after that, and he says, if I came across a bum on the side of the road, I would not give him money. And the reason why I would not give him money is because by actually giving the bum on the side of the street money, you give him reason to stay there and ask for money again the next day, which means that he will be there every single day after that, collecting money and not really doing anything. And so I find that kind of powerful, because in this area, Thousand Oaks, okay, we're right next to Calabasas. This is where the Kardashians and Jessica Simpson and even Will Smith, they all live right through here in Westlake Village. You also have, Brentwood and the Pacific Palisades, which is, the highest echelon of real estate over here in the Malibu area. You have Santa Monica right here. You've got Wayne Gretzky, who owns businesses out here in Agora Hills. So this is a pretty affluent area. But there's a bum out here that I've seen for the better part of the last 4 years who lives in a Scooby-Doo van, and he sits on a very popular corner, and I know that he is there every single day. Now, I don't want to, really strike up any negative feelings inside of this video, but I wanted to ask you, do you feel that that he's really providing any value to anybody's life by sitting there? Because this guy has been there for several years, and I know the reason why is because he continues to collect money from people, and he doesn't really provide any value to anybody. He simply just stands there or sits there, rather. He doesn't even stand. And he stares at people, and some people actually get guilted into giving him money. And so this really has two like I said, angles to it. The first one is, would you give money to a bum? And the second one is, would you give him food instead? And the second one is, do you feel that that people should be rewarded for not actually providing value to the community, or even charge for what they're going to provide? So those are the questions I want to pose to you, and if you've got an answer to that, give your feedback right below this video. Share your thoughts. I definitely advise that. I mean, let's find out what the community thinks in whole. But this is the personal development thing that I've learned is, number one, you have to give back to the community, okay? And you can ask for money to do it. If you're selling a product that's going to add value to people's lives or their business, go ahead and do that. It's perfectly fine. You should not feel guilty in doing that. And that includes your products too, if it's a health product or whatnot, or something that'll help people. And the second thing is to start valuing your time and your products as well. And I know this video might seem like a little bit of a rant, and in all rights, it definitely is in some respect, but it is a personal development thing. How do you get through that hurdle? How do you start to feel it's okay if you're going to start selling your product or your business opportunity or whatever to people? Because it's definitely something that I know a lot of people struggle with, and I was definitely one of them. But this personal development thing goes pretty far in your home-based business and your internet marketing and everything along the way. I mean, you definitely go through major strides. And also, if you have anything to say or add to that, put it in the comments below. But that was basically it. T. Harv Eker, he's got a lot of cool stuff. If you can find a mastermind intensive that comes through your area, make sure you definitely go through and take it. The good news is you can actually do this for actually purchasing one of his books. That's going to help you anyway. Yeah, they're going to promote a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of people have gotten a lot of great value from purchasing the stuff they promote, but that's completely up to you. You can go to these intensives usually for the price of a book, and you get the book also. It definitely opens the door for a lot of people. So this is Dereck Erwin, T. Harv Eker. Go check out his stuff if you want. It's not really a plug, but it kind of is. And that's a personal development that I've had to go through. I know that maybe you have too. So DereckErwin.com if you want to learn more. Leave some comments below, and I will speak to you guys later. Take care. Bye.